You'd think she would be happy that her son's getting married. You'd think she would be chomping at the bit to help with her son's wedding. No, she's not. And she's going to lose her son for it. So we took Marshall's mom, Julie, to the venue last Friday. And y'all, we didn't even make it into the office to let the venue know, hi, we're here to, walk the gardens and show his mom the venue, before she started popping off. So Marshall and I are having a very, slimmed down wedding. I'm talking 50 guests max, no alcohol, only one bridesmaid for me, only one groomsperson for him, and we're having a flower guy instead of a flower girl. Our wedding party consists of us two, his best person, my best friend, and our flower guy. The venue is a city venue that we actually got a discount for because he's a city employee. And we're trying to go with as little decorations as possible. On top of that, we're paying for most of it ourselves. My grandmother's been sending $40 a month every month since we got engaged back in 2023. Which we're very thankful for. We've been keeping her and my aunt up to date as to what we've already been getting. The money from every yard sale has gone in there. Most of my 2025 tax return has gone into that savings. He sold a bunch of weapons and got $1,000 for the sale of those weapons. Last year, we put that in that savings. I've been putting money in that savings every week since, with part of my paycheck. And then I've been buying stuff, for the wedding separate from that savings. There's 4 boxes of wedding stuff in my office closet that I've bought, from my own pocket. So we're doing as much as possible, by ourselves, with the only help we've gotten being, that $40 a month from my grandmother. Y'all, where do I begin? Because, oh my lord. A couple years ago, we brought up an issue with his mom, and his mom gave us a plan that we agreed to. Because his best person, his friend Katie, has a 2-year-old kid. We are not allowing children under the age of 5 to come to the wedding. I want a child free, but I compromised because he wants his nephews there, and his youngest nephew will be 7. So I said, okay, no toddlers, no babies. His mother's original plan was, oh, I'll just have one of my friends watch the kid for the evening. We were walking up to the office for the venue, and we brought up that issue again because we wanted to revisit it and not have any surprises. Her new solution to the problem is that we let the child come to the event. We put a tablet in his hands and headphones on his ears during the ceremony, and that we let one of the nephews, who Marshall wants there to have fun, watch this child during the reception. The venue is not toddler friendly. So I had a mild panic attack because due to my own trauma, toddlers and babies freak me out. And he had a panic attack because what if the kid got away? There's so many ways that this kid could get hurt or worse at this venue. And he wants his nephews to have fun. The plan is he's going to talk to Katie and say, hey, Mom backed out of the original plan. We got to figure something else out. Then a few minutes later, we were discussing with her the fact that the venue is not providing anyone to set up or take down the decorations for the wedding. Now, with the ceremony space, my family can do that. Like, my aunt and uncle, all they have to do is get the chairs set up, some minor decorations along the aisle, like I'm talking 6 things, and then set up the welcome sign. because the venue is set up in such a way that where we want the ceremony does not need decorations. It's so pretty on its own. It's so beautiful on its own. The ceremony space is perfect. The reception space needs more decor, because we're using this bowling green at the venue, and there are these lights along the side, but they're not that bright. So not only do we need his family to set up the tables with the centerpieces, which we're going to set the centerpieces up, prior to the event, so all they have to do is put it on the table. But they have to set up these lampposts that we will be buying and run the lights. With my family's so small that out of the, I think, 5 members of my family that will be attending, only 2 of them are able-bodied enough to properly set things up. So they're being designated for the ceremony, and once they get the ceremony space set up, they're going to the reception space. His family, there is at least 10 members of his family that we need to have help set up the reception space. Just a few tables. We're going to ask that everyone take their chairs from the ceremony to the reception. And these lights, which we're aiming to use like lightweight posts. His mother acted like we had 2 heads for asking that she and the rest of his family set up the reception, even with my aunt and uncle going to help them once the ceremony space is set up. She then went on a tirade talking about how Marshall should get his coworkers to set it up, or that we should pay the eldest nephew's friends $50 to get them to do it. And it upset us both. But then she went out and did something else, because she doesn't like the fact that I'm agnostic. She doesn't like the fact that he doesn't go to church. He stopped going to church because immediately after the 2020 election, the pastor at the church they were attending turned that sermon into a Trump rally. She doesn't like the fact that I deconstructed. And she went on a whole thing about us getting a priest to marry us. We don't want a priest. We want an officiant to respect the fact that he is still Christian, but I am not. Mind you, this is only what she did last Friday. When we took his grandmother to the venue, she said something about our dancing space that upset us both, to the point that Marshall had us leave the venue as fast as possible. And then every time we've tried to tell them that we're putting money towards the wedding savings, they've literally just told us, that's not important. That's not important. Mind you, we can write a book with everything that his family's done to upset us. He is planning on going no contact if they don't shape up and actually treat him and me with respect for this. But oh my Lord, I was hoping it wouldn't come down to this, but it looks like it is.